The massive view screen flickered with the soft blue holographic interface of New Horizons' Supreme Judicial Complex. Judge Sung Park leaned back in his ergonomic chair, his fingers dancing across translucent data panels that projected case files, around him like floating crystals of information. Outside the panoramic windows, 3 massive spacecraft hung in synchronized orbit, massive steel giants against the deep velvet darkness of space. Transportation vessels from different colonial regions waited patiently, their hull designs reflecting diverse cultural engineering approaches. Dr. Kim Yoon stood perfectly composed, her research uniform pristine and reflecting subtle technological weaves that changed color slightly with her body temperature. Around her neck hung a small quantum communication pendant, a standard-issue device for senior researchers in the Interstellar Scientific Division. Case file 7 Delta 9, Sung's electronic assistant announced, unauthorized research protocol deviation. The courtroom wasn't a traditional chamber, but a sophisticated holographic environment that could reconstruct scenarios, analyze complex data streams, and provide multidimensional context for judicial proceedings. Dr. Yoon's research involved developing adaptive biological interfaces for human colonization of extreme planetary environments. Her latest project focused on transforming human cellular structures to withstand radiation levels that would typically destroy organic matter within seconds. Sung recognized the technical complexity but saw only procedural violations. His reputation demanded strict adherence to bureaucratic protocols, regardless of potential scientific breakthrough. "Dr. Kim," he began, his voice calm but carrying an unmistakable tone of administrative authority. "Your research lacks mandatory pre-approval. Documentation from the Interstellar Research Council." A holographic representation of her research methodology materialized between them. Complex molecular structures, genetic modification sequences, and planetary environmental data spinning in intricate three-dimensional models. The spacecraft. Outside subtly adjusted their positioning, massive engines humming with potential energy. Distant asteroid mining platforms glinted like metallic insects against the starry backdrop, their robotic arms performing precision extraction operations. Dr. Yoon understood the game. Every word, every gesture would be recorded, analyzed, potentially used against her groundbreaking work. She had faced numerous administrative challenges before, but this felt different. "The documentation was submitted electronically 3 standard months ago," she responded, her voice steady and professional. Sung's data interface flickered. Micro-algorithms searched through massive database archives, cross-referencing her statement. A momentary pause, the digital equivalent of hesitation. "Insufficient," he declared. "Procedural compliance requires physical documentation with quantum encryption verification." A small maintenance drone buzzed past the window, performing routine external checks on the judicial complex's outer hull. Its metallic body reflected the distant starlight, a reminder of the technological ecosystem surrounding them. Dr. Yoon knew the fine would be substantial. Her research funding, already stretched thin, would be critically impacted. Months, potentially years of work could be jeopardized by this single administrative interaction. The quantum communication pendant around her neck subtly pulsed, a silent signal connecting her to broader research networks. Somewhere, colleagues were monitoring this proceedings, ready to provide support if needed. Sung's fingers moved decisively across the holographic interface. Numbers began calculating: research fine, administrative penalties, potential research suspension duration. Total penalty assessment, the electronic assistant announced, 478,000 galactic credits, a staggering amount that could potentially shut down entire research divisions. Dr. Yoon remained composed, her eyes reflecting a mixture of professional frustration and calculated resilience. She knew this was more than a simple administrative hearing. This was a potential turning point for her revolutionary research. The spacecraft outside continued their elegant orbital dance, massive technological monuments representing humanity's expansion beyond Earth. Distant robotic mining platforms continued their relentless extraction operations, indifferent to the human drama unfolding within the judicial complex. Sung pressed the final confirmation button. The find was now officially recorded in the Interstellar Research Database, a digital mark that could potentially derail years of scientific innovation. Neither of them realized how this moment would dramatically transform their lives, reshape scientific understanding, and challenge fundamental assumptions about human potential. The hearing concluded. Dr. Kim Yoon collected her research documentation, her movements precise and controlled. Another bureaucratic battle in humanity's continuous struggle to expand beyond known limitations. Little did Judge Sung Park know what revelations awaited him. End of Part 1. The digital archives hummed with silent intensity as Sung Park reviewed Dr. Kim Yoon's comprehensive research file. Holographic displays danced around him, revealing intricate layers of scientific documentation that seemed to pulse with potential. Scattered across his workspace were fragments of her research: molecular reconstruction diagrams, planetary adaptation schematics, and complex genetic modification blueprints. Each image told a story far more complex than a simple administrative violation. A small robotic research assistant, no larger than a standard tablet, projected additional contextual information. Its quantum processor analyzed connections faster than any human brain could comprehend, revealing subtle patterns hidden within massive data streams. The research focused on something revolutionary: human cellular adaptation for extreme planetary environments. Dr. Yoon's work wasn't just scientific, it was potentially transformative for human interstellar expansion. Distant communication signals from orbital research stations flickered across secondary screens. Quantum-encrypted messages transferred massive data packets, creating a complex network of scientific communication that spanned multiple star systems. Sung's fingers traced holographic research timelines. Each touch revealed deeper layers of Dr. Yoon's scientific journey: years of meticulous research, countless failed experiments, and breakthrough moments that challenged traditional understanding of human biological limitations. Her recent research proposed something radical: genetic modifications that could allow humans to survive in environments with extreme radiation, toxic atmospheric conditions, and gravitational challenges that would typically destroy organic matter within seconds. The maintenance drone from earlier buzzed past the window again, its sensor array scanning the judicial complex's external structure. Its artificial intelligence continuously processed environmental data, a silent sentinel of technological progress. Sung discovered something unexpected. Dr. Yoon's research wasn't just scientifically significant, it was personally connected to someone he deeply respected: Admiral J. Lee, his professional mentor, and the most influential human diplomat in the galactic research community. A quantum communication request initiated. Admiral Lee's holographic representation materialized, a distinguished figure wearing a deep blue research uniform adorned with multiple scientific achievement medals. "I understand you've reviewed Dr. Kim Yoon's research file," the hologram stated, his voice carrying a subtle combination of professional concern and personal interest. The spacecraft outside continued their synchronized orbital dance. Massive transport vessels moved with calculated precision, carrying scientific equipment, research personnel, and technological innovations across vast interstellar distances. Sung realized the complexity of his earlier judgment. What he had initially seen as a simple administrative violation was actually a crucial piece of humanity's technological evolution. Dr. Yoon's research proposed cellular modification techniques that could transform human exploration capabilities. Planets previously considered uninhabitable could become potential colonial zones. Radiation-heavy environments could become accessible research territories. The robotic research assistant continued processing information, its quantum algorithms, revealing connections that human researchers might have missed. Subtle genetic modification patterns, potential evolutionary pathways, technological adaptation strategies, all emerged from the complex data streams. Admiral Lee's holographic representation continued discussing the research's potential implications. His words painted a picture of human potential, not just as biological entities, but as adaptable, transformative species capable of reimagining their own physical limitations. Distant alien research stations, established through decades of careful diplomatic negotiations, appeared as subtle data points on secondary monitoring screens. Each represented a potential collaborative research opportunity, a testament to humanity's growing interstellar presence. Sung's previous administrative judgment suddenly felt small, almost insignificant compared to the broader scientific narrative unfolding before him. Dr. Yoon wasn't just a researcher, she was a potential architect of human evolutionary progress. The quantum communication pendant around Dr. Yoon's neck, which he had noticed during the hearing, now made complete sense. It wasn't just a communication device, but a sophisticated research interface connecting her to a broader scientific network. As the holographic displays continued revealing research details, Sung understood he was witnessing something extraordinary. This wasn't just a scientific investigation. This was a moment that could potentially redefine human potential. The maintenance drone outside completed its external scanning routine, its metallic body reflecting the distant starlight, a silent witness to this extraordinary moment of human scientific discovery. Admiral Lee's hologram slowly faded, leaving behind a sense of anticipation, potential, and the promise of extraordinary scientific revelation. Sung Park sat back, his previous certainty completely transformed. End of Part 2. The judicial complex's titanium-reinforced doors slid open with a near-silent hydraulic whisper. Admiral J. Lee's arrival was like a thunderstorm compressed into human form, powerful, unexpected, and carrying an unmistakable sense of imminent transformation. Holographic security protocols flickered around him, quantum-encrypted identification markers dancing across multiple digital interfaces. His research uniform carried subtle nanotechnological weaves that adjusted to environmental conditions, reflecting decades of interstellar exploration experience. Outside the panoramic windows, 3 massive research spacecraft repositioned themselves. Massive technological monuments that seemed to respond to the Admiral's very presence. Distant asteroid mining platforms continued their relentless extraction operations, indifferent to the human drama unfolding within the complex. Judge Park. His voice carried a tone that balanced professional courtesy with an underlying current of controlled intensity. The maintenance drone from previous encounters buzzed closer, its advanced sensor array analyzing every microscopic detail of the interaction. Quantum-encrypted communication signals danced between the drone's processors and the complex's central computing system. Admiral Lee's quantum communication pendant, similar to the one Dr. Kim Yoon wore, pulsed with subtle energy. Complex data streams transferred instantaneously, connecting him to vast research networks spanning multiple star systems. Your judgment against Dr. Kim Yoon requires immediate reconsideration, he stated, holographic research documents materializing around them like floating crystal fragments of information. Sung recognized the strategic approach. This wasn't just a personal intervention. This was a carefully calculated diplomatic maneuver designed to challenge his administrative decision. The research documents revealed layers of complexity. Dr. Yoon's work wasn't just a simple research project. It represented a potential breakthrough in human cellular adaptation technologies. Planets with extreme radiation levels, toxic atmospheric conditions, and gravitational challenges could become potential human colonial zones. Robotic research assistants in the background began processing the new information, quantum algorithms, revealing connections that human researchers might have overlooked. Genetic modification patterns, potential evolutionary pathways, technological adaptation strategies emerged from complex data streams. Her research could transform human interstellar expansion capabilities, Admiral Lee continued, his fingers moving across holographic interfaces with practiced precision. Distant alien research stations, established through decades of careful diplomatic negotiations, appeared as subtle data points on monitoring screens. Each represented a potential collaborative research opportunity, a testament to humanity's growing interstellar presence. Sung realized the confrontation was multi-layered. This wasn't just about a research find. This was about challenging fundamental administrative procedures that could potentially hinder scientific innovation. The spacecraft outside adjusted their positioning, massive engines humming with potential energy. Their movement seemed synchronized, as if responding to the complex diplomatic interaction happening within the judicial complex. "The find threatens months of critical research," Admiral Lee explained. Holographic representations of Dr. Yoon's research methodology materializing around them. Complex molecular structures, genetic modification sequences, and planetary environmental data spun in intricate three-dimensional models. Sung's previous certainty began crumbling. What he had seen as a straightforward administrative violation was actually a critical piece of humanity's technological evolution. The maintenance drone continued its silent observation, its advanced sensor array capturing every microscopic detail of the interaction. Quantum-encrypted communication signals transferred massive data packets, creating a complex network of scientific communication. Admiral Lee's presence transformed the entire judicial environment. His reputation as a diplomatic strategist, combined with his deep scientific understanding, created a powerful intellectual force that challenged traditional administrative boundaries. "This research represents more than a scientific project," he stated, his voice carrying a mixture of professional passion and personal conviction. "This is about expanding human potential beyond current biological limitations." The quantum communication pendant around his neck pulsed, a silent signal, connecting him to broader research networks. Colleagues were monitoring this interaction, ready to provide support if needed. Sung understood he was witnessing a pivotal moment. This confrontation wasn't just about rescinding a research find. This was about challenging fundamental assumptions, about human capabilities, scientific innovation, and administrative procedures. The holographic displays continued revealing research details, each projection telling a story of human potential, technological innovation, and the continuous struggle to expand beyond known limitations. Admiral Lee's holographic representation stood perfectly composed, a living testament to humanity's capacity for adaptation, innovation, and relentless exploration. The confrontation had begun. End of Part 3. The research simulation chamber hummed with electric anticipation. Holographic displays erupted around Dr. Kim Yoon, transforming the sterile judicial environment into a living, breathing landscape of scientific possibility. Quantum processors calculated molecular adaptation scenarios faster than human perception could comprehend. Complex genetic restructuring models danced across translucent screens, each projection revealing humanity's potential to transcend biological limitations. Admiral J. Lee stood beside Sung Park, his quantum communication pendant pulsing with encrypted research data. Distant orbital research stations transmitted supporting scientific documentation, creating a networked web of technological validation. "Watch carefully," Dr. Yoon's voice carried a mixture of professional confidence and scientific excitement. The holographic display transformed. What initially appeared as complex molecular structures suddenly revealed a breathtaking transformation: human cellular structures adapting to extreme planetary environments with unprecedented speed and precision. Outside, the research complex, massive interstellar spacecraft maintained synchronized orbital positions. Robotic maintenance drones performed intricate external scanning procedures, their advanced sensor arrays capturing microscopic environmental data. Dr. Yoon's research proposed something revolutionary: genetic modifications that could allow humans to survive in environments previously considered impossible. Radiation-heavy planets, toxic atmospheric zones, and extreme gravitational regions could become potential colonial territories. The maintenance drone from previous encounters buzzed closer, its quantum processors analyzing every microscopic detail of the presentation. Advanced sensor arrays captured the subtle energy shifts within the research simulation chamber. Traditional, Human biological structures require complete reconstruction to survive beyond current exploration limitations, she explained, her fingers moving across holographic interfaces with practiced precision. Molecular adaptation sequences appeared, complex genetic restructuring models that challenged fundamental understanding of human biological potential. Each projection told a story of evolutionary possibility, technological innovation, and relentless human determination. Sung Park watched in stunned silence. What he had initially perceived as a simple administrative violation was actually a groundbreaking, scientific breakthrough that could transform human interstellar expansion capabilities. Distant alien research stations, established through decades of careful diplomatic negotiations, appeared as subtle data points on secondary monitoring screens. Each represented a potential collaborative research opportunity, a testament to humanity's growing technological sophistication. The research simulation continued. Human cellular structures demonstrated remarkable adaptability, transforming, restructuring and reinforcing themselves against extreme environmental challenges. Radiation resistance, atmospheric filtration, gravitational adaptation, all became potential technological realities. Admiral Lee's quantum communication pendant pulsed with additional research validation. Colleagues from multiple interstellar research networks monitored the presentation, their advanced computing systems cross-referencing and validating each scientific projection. "We're not just modifying human biology," Dr. Yoon continued, her voice carrying a mixture of scientific passion and philosophical reflection. "We're redefining the fundamental potential of human existence." The spacecraft outside adjusted their positioning, massive engines humming with potential energy. Their synchronized movements seemed to reflect the complex scientific revelation unfolding within the research chamber. Robotic research assistants processed the incoming data, quantum algorithms revealing connections that human researchers might have overlooked. Subtle genetic modification patterns, potential evolutionary pathways, technological adaptation strategies emerged from complex data streams. Sung's previous administrative judgment now felt impossibly small. What he had seen as a procedural violation was actually a critical piece of humanity's technological evolution, a potential gateway to expanding human presence across previously unreachable planetary environments. The holographic displays continued revealing research details. Complex molecular structures spun in intricate three-dimensional models, each projection telling a story of human potential, technological innovation, and the continuous struggle to expand beyond known limitations. Dr. Yoon's research wasn't just scientific. It was a philosophical statement about human adaptability, technological innovation, and the relentless pursuit of exploration. The maintenance drone completed its scanning routine, its metallic body reflecting the distant starlight, a silent witness to this extraordinary moment of human scientific discovery. Admiral Lee's quantum communication pendant pulsed one final time, sending encrypted validation signals across multiple research networks. The revelation was complete. End of Part 4. The final hearing transformed the judicial complex into a beacon of scientific potential. Holographic interfaces swirled with complex data streams, revealing the intricate journey of Dr. Kim Yoon's groundbreaking research. Massive view screens displayed real-time transmissions from interstellar research stations, distant technological monuments floating against the infinite darkness of space. Quantum-encrypted communication networks pulsed with anticipation, connecting researchers across multiple star systems. Judge Sung Park stood at the center of this extraordinary moment. His previous administrative rigidity completely dissolved. The research presentation had shattered his understanding of scientific protocol and human potential. "We're not just rescinding the fine," Sung declared, his voice carrying a newfound sense of scientific passion. "We're establishing a new research grant that will support Dr. Yoon's revolutionary work." The maintenance drone from previous encounters buzzed nearby, its advanced sensor array capturing every microscopic detail of the proceedings. Robotic research assistants processed incoming data, quantum algorithms revealing connections that Human researchers might have overlooked. Admiral J. Lee's quantum communication pendant pulsed with validation signals. Colleagues from multiple research networks monitored the hearing, their advanced computing systems cross-referencing and analyzing each scientific projection. Outside the complex, 3 massive research spacecraft repositioned themselves. Technological giants that seemed to respond to the momentous scientific declaration. Distant asteroid mining platforms continued their relentless extraction operations, indifferent to the human drama unfolding within. Dr. Yoon's research grant would now receive 10 times the original funding. More than a financial resolution, this was a statement about scientific innovation, human potential, and the importance of challenging administrative limitations. Your research represents more than a scientific breakthrough, Sung continued. Holographic displays revealing the full complexity of her cellular adaptation technologies. This is a testament to human adaptability and our capacity for evolutionary transformation. The research simulation chamber erupted with holographic projections. Molecular structures danced in intricate 3-dimensional models, each image telling a story of potential human expansion beyond current biological limitations. Distant alien research stations appeared as subtle data points on monitoring screens. Each represented a potential collaborative opportunity, a testament to humanity's growing interstellar presence and diplomatic sophistication. Dr. Yoon's cellular adaptation technologies promised to transform human exploration capabilities. Radiation-heavy planets, toxic atmospheric zones, and extreme gravitational regions could become potential colonial territories, expanding human presence across previously unreachable environments. The quantum communication networks hummed with excitement. Research teams from multiple star systems began analyzing the breakthrough, recognizing its potential to revolutionize interstellar exploration strategies. This isn't just about scientific research, Admiral Lee stated, his voice carrying a mixture of professional pride and philosophical reflection. This is about redefining the fundamental potential of human existence. Robotic research assistants in the background continued processing the groundbreaking information. Genetic modification patterns, potential evolutionary pathways, and technological adaptation strategies emerged from complex data streams. The maintenance drone completed its final scanning routine, its metallic body reflecting the distant starlight. A silent witness to this extraordinary moment of human scientific discovery. Sung Park's transformation was complete. What had begun as a rigid administrative procedure had evolved into a celebration of scientific innovation. The fine was not just rescinded, it was transformed into a powerful statement about human potential. Holographic displays continued revealing research details. Complex molecular structures spun in intricate 3-dimensional models, each projection telling a story of human adaptability, technological innovation, and the continuous struggle to expand beyond known limitations. The spacecraft outside adjusted their positioning, massive engines humming with potential energy. Their synchronized movements seemed to reflect the complex scientific revelation that had just unfolded. Dr. Yoon's research stood as a beacon of hope, a testament to humanity's capacity for growth, understanding, and relentless exploration. The cellular adaptation technologies promised to open new frontiers of human potential, challenging fundamental assumptions about biological limitations. Admiral Lee's quantum communication pendant pulsed one final time, sending encrypted validation signals across multiple research networks. Colleagues around the galaxy would soon understand the significance of this moment. The maintenance drone buzzed softly, its advanced sensors capturing the subtle energy of scientific triumph. Another chapter in human exploration was about to begin. Redemption was complete. End of Part 5.